Who's got my screen share?
Welcome to the game. I am Zero. I'm here with Jaqnife here as we are watching Eagle versus Girly Pop. Lich is the first set here, already getting hit with a ballad. This should go remarkably well, I guess. We'll see how this goes. Jack, how good are you with Lich?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to see something. I think I got left behind from the lobby. I don't know if anybody could screen share so I could see that in the lobby. Alright, but yeah, it's going to be Ego versus Girly Pops, and this was the pick of Ego. Dino Melon starting things off with a chase here on the edge map 4 side. He's got H-hand ready. He's got the head giving a little bit of haste. He wasn't ready for that. Tag as well. We get two pretty quick tags. What do you think of Ace?
It's going pretty fast, really getting into it, but then again, DD is very a small place in general, so the action is going to happen very quickly.
Yeah, we see our first generator pop. They broke the region over on the side of the map, and Dino's going to be dropping Chase to go put down that eruption on the generator next to Water Tower. He still has Corrupt on the kind of top right side, so these survivors honestly have really good gen pressure, and they're getting resets while no one's in Chase. This is a very solid start, I think, for Girly Pops here, especially if they don't get found. Survivor. This is our injured Nia here on the corner. Fly's going to catch up and make it safe. We're going to be playing 50s on this one pallet. Should be down 50. Oh, Nia makes it once again.
Oh, how unfortunate on that corner there.
That was so close. I think with Bloodlust he probably hits that. Bloodlust kicking in now though. Probably see a Dano's come through here. I'm interested to see if he wants to try to protect the generators on the top half of the map. He knows that is the risk with Chainres, right? Sometimes he has really bad hook RNG.
Yeah, it's just the odds wasn't in his favor in that department right there. As we are going to go on a full chase here,
really quick.
Oh, nice grab.
Confident that they have gen pressure. I think they're keeping it full, and I know not going back to the tunnel here as he has another gen as well. This main building is such a pleasure to deal with.
Yeah, he's gonna stay with Claudette here. You know, I know one way or another I'm gonna see a head on, but usually I do.
True. This main building has lots of fun lockers that you can set up head on. Yeah, it's big swing that connects. Alright, it's gonna be another down, but another gen for it as well. These survivors are on pace to get outs here, which I think is probably the expected result. But I've definitely seen a Lich or two go for it. Let's see if Dino's able to pull something out here. He needs to get the pressure going. Still has kind of a 3-gen though. You see this 3-gen with this Shen main and then the two right across the street?
Yeah, it has it pretty good here, and it's going a very fast pace. There's no hesitation whatsoever.
Yeah, it looks like they popped another generator in this desert area, so the survivor is probably going to be trying to drag him over to that, you know, behind the gallows and behind Shack as much as possible with Chase, so that they're not interrupting him. Pop an eruption going down here. Water tower to Shen. Are we going to commit to Chase here? Actually, there's a decent amount of pressure here. This would be a really nice gen for the survivors to get out of the way and really break up the spread.
Right here, they just took Claudette off a hook here, probably hoping for a reset here.
Looks like Dino's going to be headed back. His fly is definitely off of cooldown, but Claudette is just sending it out of there. They know what the generators are, and they're getting their injured survivors away from the 3-gen. I think that's a smart play. Really pops. We're going to be using fly here and killing chase to is this Nia, who is honestly not a bad chase for Dino since she was once. Really nice window block as well. As you feel like a Lich gameplay.
Yeah, really getting it out there here. We got 2 gens popped with 3 remaining with 2 fresh hooks here. So it's going pretty well for the survivors regardless.
Eruption. Alright, I mean, this is exactly where Dino wants to keep Chase. If these survivors can't make it out of this top right corner of the map. Is he waiting for a hook down the map? Maybe he's trying to defend both of these gens in the street actually. And you see the double generator. They're having to leave now because he's hooking on top of it.
Ah, that's unfortunate, but they were really working. They're probably gonna go back to it right after he's gonna hit the gen. I would hope here.
You see Draxi, it looked like he was trying to play for an aggressive quick pull if they could, just because when a survivor's hooked on a gen like this, you lose control of the pressure if you can't get back in and work on it, while the killer kind of is just able to camp because they're, you know, getting that gen progress back, pressure in their favor. Now let's see what they're doing. Looks like we're opting to work on some generators further away. They might have to give up on that generator.
I guess, do you leave? Oh, I was about to say, do you leave them on hook or do we
pull.
go for it? But they got for the pull, yeah. We're gonna go around here. Play. Oh no, I thought we were gonna play that pallet, but we're not. We're gonna go through Killer Shack here. Probably play this pallet. He does.
Yeah, you saw Dino using the elevation difference outside of Shack to try to make those skills unapproachable.
Yeah.
But Neo's able to run in between them, so they don't have to take their endurance hit. They make it to this pretty safe pallet on the wagon and desert. But again, this is exactly where the survivors will chase. They are getting free gen progress on the other side of the map right now. Dino does in this chase though. We get our first tunnel out here.
I think Nia thought they were gonna be able to put that pallet down again.
Yeah, I remember when Lich first came out, you were almost always able to drop the pallet again after the main chain before you could swing. It was such a goofy tech. They've kind of patched that out though. 3 gens still remaining here going into 3v1. It's kind of a rough position.
Yeah, Drax.
Progress, but
Drax working on one right now. It's at 70%. So we should see if they get to finish that one.
yeah, that's going to be main generator probably popping before Dino can interrupt it. This generator has decent progress. They've got gen prog across the map, but they need to get these last couple gens over the edge before they're able to get outs here. I don't know.
Yeah,
this is going to be really close.
Makes it very difficult with a 3v1. Yeah, but hopefully they can pull this out with this gen popping right here with 2 gens remaining.
Yeah, the other thing to think about as well with Pop and Eruption is you're getting double gen regression events. So you sometimes run into situations on Killer with a build like this where, you know, you can't even kick a gen anymore, and then you're forced to just kind of take a chase on the bad side of the map for you because you literally can't afford to stop the generators from popping. We're not quite at that point yet, but that's something that Sarver might be playing into if they realize how many kicks are gonna insult in the street.
Yeah, they gotta be very careful on the next gen they get because they could be running with a 3 gen that's so close to each other, it makes it almost impossible to get the last one done.
Chase the main here. I do like this play from Girly pops. He's gonna be taking chase. Oh no, they actually jiggied away from that, and she's gonna make main windows. The skulls are on cooldown. So Fly, I believe, has about a 20-second cooldown without add-ons. Oh, they hit through the window on the medium vault. Okay, Dino, I see you.
Yeah, it just, oh my goodness. If they just turned sooner towards that window, they would have got a little bit of a faster vault there, but unfortunate.
Fresh up here. Painters hits the gem on Gallows, though. I think that's kind of good for the survivors. That's enough for the 3 gen.
Oh! That Y or K.
Exactly why the 3v1 is so rough. Crazy mage hand from Dino. Here's a down here.
Nicely played.
That's like the 4th chase we've taken here. And
yeah, I think so.
Getting tags and downs here on top of it.
Rico has not been hooked yet in a freshly at all here.
And this is going to be our last fresh hook and our last stack of painters available as well. Draxi did get unhooked. Oh my goodness, wait, did Draxi send it for the unhook? That is our mech player all the way up here. Decision. Chase maybe, but has time to, or Rico has time to pop the generator at Gallows, but this is looking like it. Dino might wrap this up for a 4K1.
Oh, here we go. Right here before the pallet drops. There we go.
That is a very not so. Wait.
Oh, I'm about to.
No, it was so close.
So, you know what? I was about to say, what a gutsy move not to even look around or anything. Just pick up right away. And
demon pickup right there from Dino.
Yeah.
And, put it on Deathlook as well. crazy orb is going to protect the last survivor. So I think that's going to
Dear
wrap things up
Lord.
here for Girly Pops.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get a full chase here.
Sometimes you just got to try to make something happen. Renato's going to send it in and try to get it unlock or He's actually, oh, he should pick the, okay, he's taking his last fresh hook.
He wants that hook.
You know what? Fair enough.
Everyone gets a hook. Okay.
He got his fresh.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about how camouflage this spec is neon yellow.
Yeah, like that. Hey, it was gonna rain apparently. You know.
Yeah, I think Jaxie might have wanted to get chased. He said, you know what? I'm over
That's
here.
what it was. Gotta help the killer every chance to get. You know.
He played well, but that is going to be his third and final hook. We're now in 2v1 with one gen still remaining. I don't think there's a ton of progress. I think there's a little bit. Yeah, fucking got erupted. Now it's just a matter of finding the last two injured survivors as well.
Yeah, I want to say. I want to say the killer's just really good. I don't want to put anything away for the survivors. Survivors did really well. Did a lot of good working around with the pallets and trying to get around the corners and so on and so forth. But you know, somebody has trained pretty hard to figure out this particular killer, and Dino Milan has done that.
Yeah, how different of a game would it ever be if they actually get that pallet save as well? Like that.
Oh God,
really,
yeah.
That could have really extended the 3v1 for a good amount of time. Instead, we kind of had the survivors in a position where they were doing nothing, right? And to
Yeah.
try to get their teammates picked up.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just one small decision could change the output of the game entirely. That would be one of them. Oh my goodness, what are you doing in there?
Getting grabbed out of the locker, the blood pools were giving him away. Ashen is not high enough to pop yet. So Claudette has to stealth off and try to play for this unhook if they want to get another gen done. Looks like Dino's a little bit nervous though that this generator actually is high enough. He hears actually that there's not enough progress there. So.
Oh, there's Claudette running.
Oh, okay. Claudette's able to dodge the spells time. That's good, but we're just instantly in chase once again.
Waiting to play this just right. Oh, nice hit right here.
Not the strongest palette as Dino's able to get a little 50-50 mind game in there, and yeah, the generator is just completely gone.
I think like me, I think he was expecting Dino to lift the pallet up. I think that was part of it too.
He kind
So
of ran around the short side.
yeah.
Dino's gonna put in the middle. Close at you. 4K1 secured for Team Ego. I think their survivors have to feel pretty good going into the second half of this set with the 4K1 for their killers win con. They just need to pop all 5 gens. I think that's very doable. Not unbeatable, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Are Biko gonna be stealthing it out here, trying to play for a cheeky gate play, maybe for some morale here?
Yeah, I just want to say this is a huge advantage for the killer in this particular level of DD. It's just such a small range, easy to kind of pull the your tacks all over the place and make sure you can do what you want to do. And a friendly blind, look at that. Fireworks for celebration.
Get the Lich Mori. This is one of my favorite Moris in the game. It's very well played. I'll take the second half of this game, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everyone. Once again to the first set of this match between Ego and Girly Pops. We saw Dino pull out a 4K1 on the Lich as, oh my goodness, 2 survivors detected, already. But yeah, 4K1 for Ego's killer, so it's going to be up to our Biko here to try to match or beat that result for Team Girly Pops. I'm joined once again by the lovely Zero co-casting with me today. Zero, what do you think about the 4K1, and is our Biko going to be able to match that?
That 4K1 was very impressive, very nicely done. I think there's a possibility to match it, but they're gonna need to start quick and fast here and get a hook going here to get it before the first gen pops. I think that's gonna be essential here.
Ooh, nice hit. Yeah, I was going to say, usually you need either a really fast explosive start or kind of a good generator split, gen spread, 3-gen to kind of get into that 4K1 territory on Lich. So we'll see. We did get a tag on JoJo through the Shack window, although Shack Pallet I think is reset now because of the mage hand. We see some resources being thrown here, and JoJo's trying to extend this first chase. This water tower is a little bit difficult to win. And we're going to see hit takes coming through, actually. Both survivors crouched that.
Oh,
wow.
No. That was so good. He has to be careful here not to stay with this. He might have to peel off sooner than he wants to right now.
Yeah, we're seeing good coordination and teamwork from these survivors calming when they need a hit take to come in. Oh, no. He was a little bit late on that one. I jinxed him, I think, a little bit. Caster's Curse.
Oh, so close with that blind. If only the pallet wasn't in the way.
Yeah, I saw JoJo trying to emote tech and crawl underneath there, but not quite able to get under the pallet for Z Slasher, and now Pain Res coming through, so first generator going to be delayed a little bit. We did end up getting, you know, the down before first generator popped, and Pain Res coming through, so we have Pop Eruption as well. Lots of slowdown on this build, which I think is kind of normal, right? You usually don't see a lot of Lich players bring a bunch of chase perks like Brutal, Bamboozle, or not always brought, just because the chase power you kind of have at the mage hand and the skulls to deal with a lot of loops and windows, and I guess fly as well, right? You can fly straight through them.
I think these are more essential.
Yeah,
he has more essential for what he needs and what he needs to kind of capture. Like I said, for a small space, why have anything else?
True, that Dog is one of the smaller maps. We see first generator popping. We're kind of straying a little bit far away from the hook here, trying to pressure the survivors off gens, or maybe get them to come in for an early unhook. And we are going to get Dino unhooking. He gets it basically for free. Insta-tags JoJo's borrowed time. And Dino's going to be, Dino gets that absolutely for free. And now main building to deal with, right? The main generator is the one that popped, and this is going to be where the survivors try to kind of waste Arbico's time, I think.
There's just... Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, there's just small things that Dino did that Vico's not doing, as far as, you know, the flight and when they get off the flight, knowing that there's an animation pause for a couple of seconds and so on and so forth, where Dino's used to it. Vico, he might be good, but it's not as good as Dino is.
Yeah, it looks like we're off to a little bit of a slower start here for the killer, but certainly not something they couldn't bring back. But these survivors are showing some really good gen pressure right now. They're actually doubling that generator in the street. They're not going to pop it in time, but they really want this generator done. They understand the gen spread, I think, is kind of important right here.
Well, Xander's working on gen. They're at 75% on their gen right there.
Yeah,
so
they have really good pressure.
Yeah.
Are we going to interrupt this gen as well? Yeah, we are. We're going all the way up to this edge gen that Xander was working on. And Z and Dino looks like they have ran off to work on something else for the time being, just because that hook on top of the gen is in such a rough spot. But they know that if they pop the three farthest gens from the hook, you know, they don't necessarily have to worry about the one in the street.
So Jack, are we leaving JoJo on hook here?
I don't think you really should. I think we're going to see an unhook coming through. Yeah, JoJo still has the main building, and Killer got far enough away that they're actually able to make it for free. And I don't even know if RBQ can tunnel at this point. He kind of needs to play for his pain reses and his other his gen regression here. Really good window ball from Xander there, as they're going to be back inside main building and trying to die far away from the gens of high progress.
Yeah, that was a great job just being patient on that window and grabbing it at the right time here. Now, we're going to do, I call this the Dookie loop.
Yeah, right on the outhouse pallet. Yep. Absolutely. Oh, good 50 by Xander. Okay.
Wow, this is so good right here. This is a long chase. Man, I just kind of had to call it, but I think he's gonna get him right in the corner here.
Our is fully healthy once again. So that is really good news for Team Ego.
Good job by Xander with that full chase and then going to that corner, just making it more timely for this hook here.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're actually going to get so far away that we can't make a pain res hook by dying off in the quote-unquote comp corner, right?
And just bad luck for Biko on that one.
Looks like we have really good gen pressure. Dino's immediately back on this generator on the edge map here. And they're fully split up on gens as well.
Z's going to finish this gen right here. Oh, no. Oh, okay. I'm about to say it. That gen is pretty much done there. We got one gen remaining. Xander's still in hook.
Yeah, we've reached the tie conditions here. At 4K1, RBK would have to 4K from this position to tie, and it's looking a little bit rough. We have a lot of generator progress being put in here, and he really can't afford to camp or anything like that. He has to just try to cause chaos.
Perhaps this will do.
I'm not coming through.
Yeah,
Who's that?
I'm just really afraid that he's going to go for this fully without thinking as the gen is slowly going to progress here.
Taking chase here on the main building, and again, the survivors know absolutely that this main building is so annoying to chase.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't open another door at the bottom here. Ah, the last gen gets done.
Dino trying to mistime RBK's fly here. Last generator done will be the win con for the Lich set here. And Ego going up 1-0, as you were saying, over Girly Pops. But this is a best of 3, so it's not over yet.
No, it's not. It's just, you know, I think if it's my opinion here, I think situational awareness just wasn't there. Should have been attacking the gens and putting more pressure to give him a harder time with it. But it is what it is.
Yep, well played. We will be right back with set number 2. It's going to be the Artists.
Welcome back as we enter into our second set with Artists, with Eagle versus Girly Pop. I'm Zero. I'm here with Jaqnife. Jaqnife, how do you feel about Artists?
Hey, good to be here. Artist is an interesting set, especially on a map like ARP. This is an eye-shaped map. You usually have like a 3 or 4 gen on one or the other side of the map, and it looks like the side of the map with Shack has like a 4 gen right now. And I'll be very interested to see how the survivors of Team Ego want to attack that. It looks like our first chase is going to be doing the somewhat unconventional strategy of actually running away from the corrupted area so that these survivors can attack the one singular gen that's actually open on the Shack side here. And this is JoJo taking chase up the bus. We'll see how long we last here. Another very common pick on artist sets, Rapid Brutality, and that's going to allow Draxi to close up the distance every time the survivors force him to take in ones, and punish the hit takes as well if these survivors try to come in and help each other and play kind of altruistically.
Right now, JoJo's doing a great job with the chase here as Dino, Xander, and Z are able to get the gen going here in great progress. Oh, and a down JoJo goes. This will be the first hook.
I see a couple of survivors doubling this generator on the bottom side. Did we buy enough time before a pain res comes in? We have no agitation. Absolutely, that gen's gonna pop. And now we should see the one survivor that wasn't working gen down there rotating up the map to try to play for the sunhook. You really don't want to get caught in the choke points on these eye-shaped maps. It can be really, really dangerous and deadly if you do get caught on the rotations here, because it's just such a tight middle of the map.
Yeah, even though the gens on the other side, artists able to use those crows to her advantage and trying to get this going here to figure out where the next survivor they're going to go for here.
We spot Dino rotating for the unhook here. Now, I'll be interested to see if another survivor is going to come in and try to play for the unhook. We do have Ruin in play, so every time a survivor has to kind of let go of their generator, they're losing a bit of pressure. Unhook comes through for free, so somebody did get it, and Dino's getting tagged here, and Draxi might just try to play topside and not worry about a tunnel out.
Yeah, Ruins is such a good perk that gets sleeped on sometimes. It can just cause such a havoc.
Yeah, and we see the Ruin Totem actually is also up on the top side. Dino gonna jiggy away from that crow, but I don't think he makes this. Not quite.
No, he doesn't. Oh wait, Z's getting a totem. And
that's
there
Ruin
goes
gone.
Ruin.
All right, well, the game begins. You're not going to get any more free gen regression. You're going to have to actually go hook on pain res or go kick the generator yourself. We're stretching for a pain res hook here on Dino as well, over here on the one side of main building. They make it though, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were going to make that in the last second there, but able to get that going here as a Dino is on hook. This is the second hook for the team. Everybody's reset, so it's just a matter of time before they unhook Dino and get a full reset.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how often you see artists really just like spending a lot of time looking around for the unhook, just searching for the savior here, and just using crows to even shoot like edge map and look around, because it really forces the survivors to waste so much time when they have to rotate on such a long map. Oh, goes for the slingshot, but Xander dodged the second crow in time. Okay, that was really close. Unhook coming through. Are we going to be able to commit to a chase on our tunnel out here? Or is it going to be Z taking next chase?
I mean, someone went through the window here. Probably went back into the house here. Yeah, they're playing. They're gonna play this house till the wheels fall off, pretty much on here.
Oh, we see the severed hands add-on going to be swarming both survivors here, and Dino wrapping around. He doesn't want to die topside if he can at all avoid it, but that was only one throw, and that swing connects. Okay.
I thought he would get that pallet down beforehand.
That was really close. I thought maybe they were going to try to die under it and let Z Slasher play for the pallet save, but
Yeah.
That's going to be Dino going up on second hook here, and survivors just working away on gens pretty far away. We still have a generator in the mid map as well.
Yeah, Zender's working on a gen at 75% currently, as Z and JoJo, one of them will probably go to get Dino off the hook.
I tell you what though, Draxi doesn't have a super tight 3-gen here. I'm curious what his decision was to try to play the top side. I mean, if you can force survivors to stay on one side of the map, you effectively just cut it in half, but I think bottom side would have been a better for the gen split. Now we get the slingshot on JoJo mid map. That's a huge tag. Okay.
Really good, and unfortunate for JoJo. Oh, we're gonna hold Dino pretty well here. Oh, there we go. Oh, a swing and a miss here. Z's just playing around, circling, seeing if he can get one more miss.
Is he going to try to go for a solo trade here?
Wait for the hit. Get him before he gets out. It's going to be a 1-1. Oh, okay.
Absolutely good body blocks from Z. They know that if they leave their tunnel out, that this is likely going to be outs, and Dino's going to be able to make it all the way to the mid map, and that mid gen pops as well. So look at how far that last generator is now for Draxi, and there's already we see Xander working on it already. So he's going to have to go all the way down the map to try to pressure it.
I mean, do you leave Z on hook and just let him go second and get the gen done?
I mean, if the artist is camping this hook, I mean, you absolutely just work gens far away, but Draxi is making the call to go down the map here, and that's going to let the unhook happen for free. He does find Xander working Shack here, using the lockers to get rid of crows instantly.
Plays the pallet killer Shack here.
That's about what you expect to see from a Shack pallet against an artist. There's no Shack pallet greed against this killer.
We're going to go around corner. Oh, almost lost Xander for a second there.
Yeah, at this point with 1 gen remaining and no real 3-gen to protect, I think Draxi probably will be extremely happy to take chase with his last fresh hook, which is in fact Xander, and try to just secure as many stages as we can here, as you're probably not expecting to pull out 4K.
Yeah, you're going to try your best here, put the pressure on Xander, get that fresh. Make it a bit harder for to get that win when they become killer on the second or the end half of the set.
Yeah, good dodge there. Xander gets away from the crows, and we might see Dino, coming in to try to help out their last fresh hook as he's on death hook, and they know that at this point, if they go into 3v1, they're still definitely going to be able to pop the last gen, and Draxi has no interest in committing to Dino. So we're going to be ditching him, going back to Xander once again, just trying to get those extra couple of stages. We are chasing a shack. This is where basement spawns as well. So, and I don't know if you've ever tried to save against an artist in basement, but if they know what they're doing, and Draxi does, it's very, very difficult to get out of basement.
Just a pure nightmare, let me tell you. And I wish the best. That's why I'm glad they're not in Killer Shack anymore.
I don't know. I think we might still be able to make it to basement from this down location. Is that where Draxi's gonna go?
So?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they're ready to take hits. They're gonna do anything they can.
They're ready to take any sacrifice not for that not to happen.
They don't want to have to save basement. I'm interested to see if they want to play for this. If they heal Dino up, even if it's a 1-for-1 trade, you take something that's going to be, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 or 7 stages here, depending on who dies, and if they can get everybody out, we're only looking at 5.
But that's a big risk and a snowball.
And Draxi got too far away, and Z actually sneaks in and gets it for free.
Wow. No payment for admission there. Oh, playing back the president as we're trying to get through here.
Just trying to find the reset, but they had one survivor resetting while the other was in position for the unhook, and Xander's just gonna be out.
Oh!
That was so close.
Swing and a miss on that.
Extremely well played from Ego Survivors as they get 5 stages and get out the door.
That was a great job. Great job by the killer. We're gonna have to see what Ego will do as survivors in the next round when we get back.
All right, welcome in once again. It is a do or die for Team Girly Pops. They were just playing killer, and now their survivors are going to have to beat a 5 stages 4 fresh win con up against Dino Melon on the artist. It is not going to be easy, but something tells me they've got plans for this artist set. Dino going to be holding the cross here on ARP, and I'm joined again by 0-0. Ego survivors have looked absolutely locked in today. Do you think there's any way that Girly Pops can match this result?
I think so. They're gonna have to, if they can play a little stealth mode and make it a bit difficult to be found right away, I think there's more than a possibility for them to take it.
Yeah, Artist doesn't really have mobility. You know, they are a ranged killer, but if you force them to search for survivors and traverse up and down the map, you can buy yourself a lot of time and gen pressure that way. I think that is absolutely fair.
Right now, believe it or not, Dino just playing it very well. He kind of knows they're there somewhere, and he's really holding it down.
Yeah, these survivors just playing slow, trying to force Dino to come across the map into their side so they can get free rotations. But the survivors are just being very, very patient, and Dino's holding the cross. So, I mean, eventually we are going to lose out on our corrupt, and they can start working gens on this side of the map. So, I mean, this could work out in the survivors' favor if no one gets found and they actually start to get free gen pressure early. And Dino has to also start to worry, did somebody sneak past me when I wasn't looking, or what's going on here? Where are the survivors?
Yeah, survivors, let me tell you, the discipline they have right now is really, really good. And they're going to wait this out as Corrupt is going to run out in the next few seconds here.
Corrupt completely gone, and now it's going to be up to Dino to try to find these survivors. It looks like no one has actually rotated it yet, so I mean, they can start to put pressure on these topside gens for free.
Oh, and there's our first.
Yeah, absolutely. Are we going to commit to this chase, though? We're going to try to get a snipe. It doesn't connect. They're going to be able to get these birds off. And yeah, we're going to have to give up on holding the cross here. It looks like, oh, huge swing through the pallet.
Yeah, nice hit on that one as Bird's going to have to run for their life here. Trying to get over the window. It does not work. They go down. This will be the first hook for Dino.
Yeah, and one thing we see in Dino's build is the perk Agitation. He's going to be able to basically hook wherever he wants on this half of the map now, and this hill hook looks absolutely tasty.
Yeah. Not a place you want to be hooked.
Yeah, it wasn't a pain res hook, so that not coming into play just yet, but honestly that chase was, fast enough that I think he's not too worried about getting pain reses in and slowing the gens down. He has a pretty comfortable win con, needing to only get 6 hook stages here.
Now, mind you, last game, I think a Gen was able to pop before the first hook went, so a lot of pressure more with the survivors and the killer right now.
Yeah, they were able to stealth out Corrupt, but ultimately, once Dino found somebody, he was locked in on that chase, and Rapid Brutality, I think, playing a role as well. Once again, good snipe. I don't know if he'll be able to follow it up, but at least harassing Draxi off of the Gen's bottom side. Oh, never mind. He did follow it up. Okay, I'm sorry, Dino. I'll never doubt you again.
I didn't believe it either. I was like, oh, I got him on that one.
That was such a long-range snipe, but that is honestly good pressure for Dino as he's kind of placing these birds around. And if you're getting tags across the map like that, why ever leave the hook?
Yeah, Halibert, I think he's going to sacrifice another hook stay here. And she does, as they get their first Gen done.
Yeah, 1 Gen done, soon to be 2 Gens done. Let's see if Dino cares to stray away from this. I think he's pretty confident if he, secures hook stages on this hook that nothing is really going to be able to be done about the Gens on this side of the map, and he can just kind of farm hook states off of that. It looks like Claudette going to be rotating now for the pull while their teammates reset, and it is so important that Halibert is able to make it down the map.
Oh, it's Halibert. Birds just going after.
And Dino's actually tags the borrowed time. I was gonna say Dino actually not running the severed hands add-on. He might not be able to infect the hook survivor if the savior actually takes the birds, but he gets the tag and hit through the borrowed time. So he's gonna commit to chase here, and Hallie's gonna have to try to buy as much time as possible for her teammates to do topside gens. And this pallet pretty unsafe with that crow.
Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Relatively quick chase for Dino here, and looks like Draxi is here trying to help out Hallie and chase, but he's going to end up giving a tag as well. And Hallie going to be dead anyway, so we're going into 3v1 with multiple gens remaining and a 6-stage win con for the killer.
Yeah, this is well done by Dino in getting that going. Making a 3v1, 2 gens done. Slowly the scales are tipping his way.
Yeah, we found a survivor here at Shack. I think this is the injured Bill. It absolutely is a Draxi chasing around Shack here. And just full sending it. Sometimes you gotta jiggy and send against this killer. Oh, I think he sent it a little too much there. As we had LOS, and I think we might do we get to use our first pain res?
Yeah.
Looks like it. I think all of our pain res looks besides one are like far bottom side of the map, and Dino just hasn't been down on that side until now. And look at those 4 generators that he still has intact.
Yeah, Dino's showing Girly Pop that he's a person that knows artists also. We're really holding on to those gens in the corner there. Probably gonna send the bird here just to make sure. Oh, they get the gen done before the bird gets to them.
And Deacon trying to repel crows in time. Do we have the bird set up at the angle? Or we kind of jiggy edge map and force an M1, which I do commend the survivors for. You want to never give a bird hit. The cooldown on the birds is just so fast, and if you're able to follow up with M1 after that, it can be really scary. We actually ran to the other 99 gen as Claudette had to rotate for the unhook on Draxi. They cannot afford to let him give up any more stages on the hook. We're already
you gotta
at
get him
4.
off that hook. Just you have to get him off that hook. They finally do. They're gonna try for a reset if the pressure doesn't go on with the crows.
Good dodge there from Deacon as they make it all the way bottom side. Dino can kind of afford to commit this because he knows both survivors are bottom side right now. Nobody's top pressuring the gens that he really cares about. And I think he spotted the rotation actually, so he is going to drop this chase and try to prevent that generator from popping if he can avoid it. Nice.
It's a hit. Oh my goodness.
Right, well, Dino's putting on a show here on the artist as he has insane pressure. All 3 survivors injured, and that generator still not popping over on 10 side of main building.
Yeah, he seems to have. It's almost like Dino was able to show his skill while Girly Pop's just having some bad luck.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate, and Dino's really putting them in tough situations, to be fair, right? Where they are just forced to give up that pressure and go do something that, it's not their objective. So props to Dino for, putting these survivors in such a spot. I think if he plays his cards right, he could certainly play this in 4K. There's a lot of gen pressure on that generator top side, but he has a hook right on top of it, and I don't know if anybody's in position for it. I actually spot Nia here, and I'm pretty sure Jax is still at Shack, so he has both survivors on the opposite side of the IMAP from the hook and the highest progress gen.
Yeah, he's really gonna work this. This is gonna be for the win here.
You can just force off of that pallet with a really well-placed bird, and we're gonna be slugging things out here. Oh, Jaxie does pop the gen, but I think we're looking at another 4K1 here for Dynamelon.
Yeah, very nicely done here, but still has to finish the job as he should. Oh, head on, of course.
Flashbang. Oh, I looked up in time.
Almost.
Respect it. You gotta try to make something happen sometimes. And Jaxie was trying to make something happen, but I think Dino is in the driver's seat pretty securely right now.
Yeah, dude, just did an overall great job here.
Yeah, Ego was really, really well prepared on the survivor side as well as killer. I mean, Dino has been around the comp scene for a bit. He is always locked in from what I have seen him play. For
and I
sure.
don't want to take anything away from Girly Pop. They did a great job. Really, really good job here. It's just that Dino just seemed to be a step ahead here.
Yeah, Dino was on top of his game as he's able to prevent survivors from escaping in both trials, Lich and Artist. Ego put on a really good show, and just a reminder to everybody, this is only week 1 of Ashen Trials tourney, so lots more games to come. I think we even have some matches tomorrow that I will be joining for, so looking forward to that.
Can't wait to see that. Well, that's it for the match here as Ego wins the entirety of this. I just want to say good job to the competitors here between Ego and Girly Pop. Once again, I'm Zero, and with me was Jaqnife, also known as Jack. Appreciate you guys coming in. Hope you guys have a great day.